Glock that right on my waistline is why I kept that strap. I remember nights, I didn't remember nights. I damn near went crazy, I had to get it right. Now I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Hey, now I'm your favorite trapper's favorite trapper. The absolute truth, yeah, no joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new year, new me, new Randy. Speaking of whom, I'm joined by Mr. Big himself. How are you?
I'm good, TC. What an introduction. Yeah, new year. I don't know. I feel the same. I'm not sure if you're actually feeling different or not.
Oh, I hate New Year's. I'm not a resolution guy. I'm not. Yeah, I love our goals podcast.
I
Don't
was
get me
gonna
wrong.
say, wait a second.
Yeah, the goals are one thing, but yeah, I'm good to, kids went back to school today. There was a Monday teacher planning day yesterday that really
Yeah.
just sucked the wind out of the sails. So it was just one last final boss to get through. Kids are
Yeah.
back at school though. Goosey did get his OJ Simpson jersey for Christmas as well.
All right, let's pause right there. What were the reactions around the Schuster house? I need to know wife's reaction, Goosey's reaction. I'm sure your mother Peg has thoughts. I need them all.
Yeah. So I saw my mom. We went up to New Jersey over the holidays. December 26th, flew up to Newark, which just,
What a treat.
yeah. I was like, man, I really, really love you guys. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making this trip. No, it was delightful. Got a bunch of snow when we were up there. Went sledding, all sorts of stuff. But my mom, like, first thing she says when we got there was like, do not under any circumstances buy Goosey and OJ Simpson jersey. I was just, mom, like, clearly you don't have faith in the criminal justice system, or, like, we can agree to disagree on this one. The guy ran for 2,000 yards in a 14-game season, so.
I hope she doesn't think I'm like encouraging this. This
No.
you.
Her exact
Okay.
words were like, "Randy's right. I am pissed. Like, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous."
I need
So,
you.
Yeah. So it came. He's been wearing it around the neighborhood. It's great. He's like, he's now he can't wear it this week because the Jags are playing the Bills.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think listeners, and I have to know though, where does your wife Alex stand on this?
She doesn't care.
She just rolls with the punch.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, Tron's.
Like, we went to the NBA store, and I was like, honestly, I'm just gonna start buying Goosey like all the bad guy. Like, I bought him a John Morant jersey. I should get him a Javaris Crittenden jersey. Get him a Lawrence Taylor jersey.
I was gonna say, like, certainly Aaron Hernandez maybe is in the fold. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Unbelievable. Well, I look forward as Goosey wears that jersey. I feel like we need to take note of some of the reactions you and he get from strangers.
Yeah. Just running down. First of all, thank you, Mr. Jeezy.
Of course.
For whom all things are possible. Randy, we've been monitoring all sorts of situations. We're kind of almost worn out after the last couple of weeks of monitoring stuff. Big content guy had a great post on X, the Everything Out, about just, the last week being a big time period for people who monitor things.
So. That's right. I mean, listen, TC, it was with what's going on in Venezuela. I think that really kicked off the monitoring new year for us. We're going to stay vigilant.
We've been tracking Iran for months now.
Yeah. Looks like Greenland is percolating again. There's going to be a lot. I feel like keep tuned into the Trap Draw, folks. We are on top of the monitoring.
Yeah. We're going to do a little holiday recap, a little knowing session. The knowers will be back in due time. Poosh is kind of licking his wounds after the last couple of weeks.
A couple scheduled crunch. Yeah, we're in a bit of a logistical crunch, in all honesty, with the knowers. You and Neil are going on a film shoot next week. I got baby like just bear with us. Be patient. I think maybe I won't be on the next knowing convention, but that's fine. I might deputize Neil or yourself
Yeah.
with some takes, but yeah, we
Matt
appreciate
Ryan
people's
is
patience.
possibly going to be the Falcons director, president of football operations, so he's not able to join right now.
What a world.
Yeah. You are reading the Knowing book too. The Knower
Yeah,
book.
the why.
The
What
Why
is
is
it called?
Everything, right?
The Why is Everything by Michael
Yeah.
Silver. It's a book that Sensei had recommended. I know Poosh has read it. He passed it to me. When I'm done, I'm going to mail it to UTC.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm about halfway through. The big takeaway for me is Mike Shanahan did not. I'm sorry to Mike Shanahan, proud member of the Rat family, was not as familiar with your game as I should have been. He
Well,
is he's a stud.
Yeah. Yeah. Is a stud, was a stud.
Yeah.
Kyle was a stud in that second or the third to last game. Boosh and I were effusive
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable, play calling performance. And then I think they just kind of ran out of juice here. So we get, listen, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
We got some monitoring stuff. We'll talk about some other sports. I do have an update on the things that are sick.
Oh,
DJ nominated the Moylan Arrow, which is
I
just
think
the
you're gonna have
arrow
to explain this for the people.
It's just this arrow that shows which side of your car the gas tank is on. This guy kind of strong armed GM into putting it on there. Like it was his idea, and I think it's a great idea. So
how old were you? How long ago did you find out about the arrow?
I was
side.
Like when did I notice it?
Yeah, like have you known that since you've been driving, or is this a relatively new thing that you picked up on?
Yeah, I still use it on my car today. I'm like, which side is my gas tank on?
Yeah.
And I look at the arrow, like, yeah, oh yeah. Since the day I started driving.
Okay, I just feel like there are probably some people listening that don't know. Like, I'm not sure my wife Kat knows there's an arrow that maybe she might be pissed at me for saying that, but like I'm sure there are people have been driving for years and years who still kind of have to guess which side the gas tank is on.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Listen,
because they're pretty subtle. It's not like it can be pretty subtle. So
yeah, I don't know. I think if you don't recognize that, that's
I don't know.
Also, I had flying V's on there. We've had all sorts of geese flying down to, geese and ducks flying southward over our heads down the coast. Flying V's are sick. And I know Airbus and Delta are trying to research like a flying formation across the Atlantic to save fuel. So
that'd be cool.
So all that's sick. DJ and I are still hard at work. We got a bunch of other nominations that we're sorting through. So
okay. And I would encourage anybody, if you do have stuff, send that directly to DJ and TC. I've been on some emails. I'm going to send that straight to the committee. That's not my purview.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what is your purview is just being a subtle dog, Randy. Speaking of the subtle dog, it's officially activewear season, and nobody does this better than Rhoback.
Nobody.
Best fit, best feel, hands down. You heard us say it before many times, but they're actually our title sponsor, our presenting sponsor for the Trap Draw in 2026. We couldn't be more excited about that, and a lot of good stuff coming out on their end too.
Okay, so that's a big change for people. Maybe we talk about this. Our friends from Surf Pro. Listen, I think it was an amicable parting. Some leadership changes. They have different ideas of where they should spend budget. Should we spend it on this golf podcast? That's not a golf podcast. They went in a different direction. We would have loved to have had them back. It wasn't in their plans, so no animosity there. Certainly wasn't our idea. We're still going to do mea culpas. In fact, we have some after this, but thrilled to bring Rhoback into the fold officially on the Trap Draw, and we're gonna think, effort some ideas how we can get creative with Rhoback. I think.
Yeah, I got this clean pullover on today, Randy. I've been sorting through the closet. New year, new me, right? So they got that Tailwind Performance tee and the some of those lighter hoodies as well, like the Tailwind stuff. It's killer.
Yeah.
killer. So, Fulton Performance Vest, I was wearing that up in New Jersey when I froze my butt off at Neil's place.
So I was going to shout that out. I just got a vest, and they're great. Light, kind of insulated around your core, so you get a little there, but super light, super easy. Nice piece just to throw on. I've worn it a few times. Great.
Yeah. The gym shorts as well. Those are personal fave of mine. So head to Rhoback.com, RHOBACK.com. Use code DRAW, DRAW, draw for 20% off your first order through the end of this week. Polos, hoodies, shorts, whatever you need. Rhoback's got you covered, and plenty to come on that front this year. Randy, we were talking about it earlier. Maybe we do a dog of the week, like if you're in the dog house or
dog. Yeah, I was telling TC, I just know that I'm going to find myself in the dog house the rest of this year with the baby and the wife. Yeah, maybe we nominate subtle dogs. We can go a lot of different directions. I think we'll
Randy, I was actually in the doghouse post Christmas. My mom, she asked me what I wanted. I said, I want one of those electronic bird feeders that it's got the camera on it. She obliged and sent me one. And my wife, Alex, was furious.
Why?
Furious. She was like, are you are you punking me? Is this a joke? She hates birds, like always has. And like, I thought it was just like seagulls. And I don't know. She had bad bird experiences growing up. And then her mom had these two lovebirds, Larry and Daryl. They were like really mean, I guess. But she's always hated birds. She's always been very clear about that. And it was not thoughtful of me to get the bird feeder. I told her I'm going to put it in the side yard over here, outside my window here or whatever. But she's like, they attract rats and all that. I said, I'll keep the feed off the ground. She's worried about the squirrels, all sorts of stuff. So
yeah, the squirrels are a worry.
I'm the doghouse, dog of the week. Right. So
interesting. Well, I mean, God, your heart's in the right place. I feel like bird watching 2026 might turn out to be the year of the bird watcher. I hate hearing that. I'm sorry.
I know. But yeah, mea culpa wise. So yeah, Alex, I'm sorry on that front. And then just a little ticky tack one here, but I will own it. I incorrectly referred to the Air Current podcast when I was talking a couple weeks ago, when in fact it's the Air Show, hosted by one of the co-founders of the Air Current website, John Ostrower. So I regret the error on that front. And then THG's not happy.
No, he's not. No, I had a little dig at Richard Pitino Jr., the head coach at Xavier. I intimated that he was on the verge of getting fired from Minnesota before Xavier brought him in. THG quickly corrected the record and said, I'm quoting a text that he sent us, Randy, get your facts straight. Crypt Keeper Jr. did get fired from Minnesota, not was going to. He was in Minnesota 8 years. He went 54-96, but then he did do some good things at New Mexico after Minnesota. I kind of forgot that he was at New Mexico these last couple of years. So I will apologize to THG specifically. I will apologize to Dickie Pitino, but I'm not going to apologize to the greater Xavier fan base. I don't think they deserve it.
No, especially when they won't play the undefeated Miami Redhawks.
That's right. They're ducking us, TC. Yeah. They're ducking us.
And we are efforting THG for a World Cup focused preview here in the weeks and months ahead. He's refusing to come on until we compensate him.
We thought that January 6th, we're recording this on January 6th. We thought this might be a good date to bring THG on to just kind of freshen us up on what batshit crazy conspiracies are going on.
He sent us an Alex Jones video this morning, but I guess it was a satirical joke from Alex Jones about
what
Candace
was it?
Owens. You were saying that Candace Owens was a man,
Candace Owens' baby or something.
Yeah, and that Erica Kirk's carrying her/his baby.
Fascinating. I had one more mea culpa, TC, and this one's just kind of been in my mind since we finished the Goals podcast. I just need to admit to you, and I guess to the world, I never actually know what Feliz Navidad means. I think I was saying Feliz Navidad on our goals podcast, thinking it meant Happy New Year. And of course, it means Merry Christmas. So
I
that's
believe
just one that,
Feliz Nuevo Año would be Happy
yeah,
New Year,
yeah.
right?
So I didn't really get specific feedback.
It's just been
But
weighing on you.
yeah, it's been weighing on me. I need to own that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that
Oh,
feels
that's
good to get
heavy.
off the chest.
That's heavy. Yeah, a lot of feedback on the goals episode on your rollerblading uh goal. Any
I know.
steps taken in that direction?
Yeah.
Or what would you call it? Not steps, but uh I don't know.
Glides maybe or
Glides. Yeah,
rolls.
yeah. Yeah. Which I
Okay.
did. I took the kids to went ice skating at Bryant Square Park in New York, right there next to the New York Public Library.
Hmm.
Against all odds, Goosey was he'd never ice skated before. He was unbelievable. It was like he was running on the ice. And Freddie was awful. Freddie was terrible. And then Alex isn't good. Like she grew up in Florida,
Yeah.
and then it makes her mad because I'm always like I played hockey for a couple of years in Canada, and then played intramural hockey at the U. And it was just, I was like, man, like I love playing hockey. I love ice skating. She's like, you're such a hot shot. Like, just stop.
She called you a hot shot.
Yeah.
Maybe blading will be in your future, TC. I wouldn't rule it out. So, okay, here's the update. This was even pre New Year's Day. I went ahead and I ordered actual rollerblades, much to my wife's shock. I think when I told her that I had actually ordered these rollerblades, she was pretty surprised. I think she was assuming that this would just push off into the spring or summer and just maybe even be something I forget about. But the blades got here on January 2nd. It's been a little unseasonably warm out here in Denver. I actually busted them out and I went skating yesterday for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, late afternoon. I got 2 laps around Wash Park in, which is I think it was about like 4.5 miles total. Took me a half hour. On my whoop, I got 10.1 strain. It was a nice workout. I felt a little funny at first. I think it's been like 30 years since I've been on rollerblades, but it's kind of that same general motion. Like if you're on a flat, I know you don't like ski a bunch, but you have skied. It's that same like motion when you're
Oh, I
trying
ski
to.
more than I snowboard now. Like I ski every
Okay.
year when I go out. And if the snow's really good, I'll snowboard. But yeah,
It's like that
I'm a
motion of
better
like
skier.
pushing off side to side
Yeah.
and that like skating motion, right? It's pretty similar to rollerblading. So
Yeah.
I don't think I surprised myself, but like I got the hang of it pretty quickly.
Did
And
you
then
not
it's just,
rollerblade growing up? Did you not have a pair of rollerblades?
no, I did, but like
Okay.
we're talking, I mean, that's 30 years ago now. Um,
Yeah.
we played some like roller hockey, fifth, sixth grade. I feel like it was a phase, but then after that, nothing. But like once
Roller
you kind of
hockey's sick.
sync up the legs and the arms and you can kind of start pushing and drive,
Yeah.
like it feels like, it feels like speed skating a little bit. So I really enjoyed it, I guess is what I'm saying. And was quite chuffed that my first time out, I didn't fall. I had a helmet on, I had wrist guards on, and then my blades. I think it was a smashing success, honestly. I might go out today or tomorrow afternoon. We're supposed to get a cold snap this weekend. So I might try to get out there one more time before the cold really comes.
Hell yeah, Randy. I mean, you're a 7-footer on
Yeah.
skates.
Yeah. They're monstrous skates too. I pulled them out of the box. My Again, Kat was just appalled by the size of them. Absolutely appalled. They're
What'd you
humongous.
get? What kind of skates?
Well,
X
they're
blades?
like, I think they're truly the only type I could get. From my understanding is that like if you're a size 14 and above in rollerblades, there's no options for you. There's like one pair that you can buy through Inline Warehouse, which is what I did. So they're just these like XL rollerblades. I don't even know, like that might even be the brand. I don't know. They're kind of generic. They're black. They got like a little flash of kind of like a neonish green in
Okay.
places. But now I got to start researching. I got to figure out how often I need to rotate the wheels. I
Yeah.
need to figure out. It was a whole thing trying to put the little brake stopper on
Are you
one of
gonna
the
do
blades.
gloves or any sort of Are you helmeting or no?
Yeah, helmet for sure. I have a bike helmet, so I'm wearing my bike helmet.
Okay. God, I bet people are gonna be camped out around Wash Park or just all manner of
Yeah,
outdoor greenways
yeah,
in the greater Denver area, just hoping for a glimpse of Randy on his
yeah.
blades. Like,
Come
oh
out,
shit, there goes Randy.
say hi, yell at me, say hi. I probably won't stop. Stopping's gonna be the toughest, and that's why I like the park because it's a loop. There are no
Yeah,
stop signs. You kind of stay in your part of the
yeah.
path, and I don't have to worry about that quite yet. So that's where I'll be for the foreseeable future.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. God, that's
It's
sick.
great. It's great.
I tell you what, you know what I'm doing tonight? I'm gonna go buy a tennis racket, new
Mm.
tennis racket, and Neil, we're going to the Dominican Republic next week. Shoot a little some videos, but Neil, there's obviously tennis courts down there. And I'd like to play Neil in tennis
Oh,
down there. I mean, he'll
please.
smoke me, but
I
like
don't
I'm
know how
trying to
much
get
he's
back on the
playing
wagon,
though.
you know?
Yeah, it feels like he might not be playing that much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played in, a decade. So
Do you know what racket you're getting?
no, I don't. Any recommendations?
My rackets are several years old now,
I
so
was
I
always a
don't know.
Prince guy growing up, but
Yeah, I have a head. What's the name of it? I have two. I bought two of the same type of racket.
yeah,
Honestly, if there's, yeah, I assume you'll go into like a tennis store. I would just ask them. I feel
yeah,
like get some guidance from people that know what they're talking about.
yeah.
Please keep me
Also,
updated on that match next week.
I will. Yeah, yeah, and then I gotta get it strung. I gotta figure out
Yeah,
what kind of
yeah,
string. It's the year of gut.
that's right.
Maybe I can get some
That's right.
synthetic cut.
That's right.
Also, great news. Our guy Jake Trego, Buffalo Jake just texted me. He's up and alert out of
Awesome.
his liver transplant surgery. He's listening to the Goals podcast. He sent me a picture. So
Jake,
then,
Felice Navidad to you, Jake. That's
so,
that's awesome. That's if you
yeah,
don't know Jake, we actually we're a buddy of ours, Matt Golden, is producing a documentary on Jake and Jake's stories. He's a great member of our community. He's involved in the Ohio Roost. But look out for that sometime. We'll publicize it, but hopefully he's a name that more people know later in the year.
amen, amen. Randy, how were the holidays? Anything I know we were a little bit burned out going into them.
Yeah.
Did that carry through or?
No, I actually had a great holiday, TC. We were easy. Um, the wife being as pregnant as she is, we stayed here in Denver. We couldn't fly anywhere. The in-laws ended up coming up for about a week. They are very low key. It was just the four of us on Christmas. Now we did get a tree this year, a real tree, big tree.
Glad for you. I
Yeah,
just I
thank you.
just got rid of our tree yesterday. I took it down by
It,
myself and
it's on
yeah,
my to-do list this
yeah.
afternoon. Yeah,
I hate taking the Christmas
yeah,
tree down.
yeah. But I found it very relaxing. I actually told Kat, it felt like I like truly kind of unplugged for a few days because I wasn't worrying about work. I knew everybody was taking time off. We weren't traveling for Christmas. Like it actually was really, really nice. Kind of felt like a calm before the storm for me, which was most welcome. I know you were traveling a lot more. Obviously, you went up to New York, so I imagine there was just a little bit more stress involved with
It was
your
actually
holiday.
good. I felt like I had a little bit of the lead up, like the 7 days or so before. I got sick like twice. Like the whole family got sick. We got this. I'm sure it's the same us. Upper respiratory sinus infection
Yeah,
that like has been going
I
around
think
to
it's going
everybody.
around.
And then I got it again on the back end. So
Mm,
I was sick like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but yeah, we went to church at like 2:30 or 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve.
that's nice.
I laid on the couch a bunch and just like I watched some movies and TV for the first time in forever. The college football playoff was kind of mid, but yeah, and then the travels up and back to New York. It was nice. It was good to see where Neil lives. Definitely a departure from the city.
Yeah,
He's a country boy now. And also just
I'm country.
flying into Newark Terminal A It's a great terminal, and I'm ready to declare it better than LaGuardia's terminal. I think LaGuardia
Yeah.
has been glazed nonstop for the last however long. And it's listen, LaGuardia is the whole operation is impressive. You know, the Sky Club, all of it, like everything works in concert. At Newark, like security is awful. Like we flew into Newark, we flew out of LaGuardia, but security's awful. Rental car, like we didn't even get a rental car because it's such a pain in the ass to get one there and take the little SkyTrain thing. Um, you know, Terminal C is obviously still a problem, but if you fly into Terminal A, like I think that is
It's really nice.
inside the terminal is like
Yeah.
best in class right now, up
I
there with
think I agree with
Detroit.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just wanted to get that off my chest because I think, you know, I think it's I feel like LaGuardia is starting to get so overhyped. It might be underrated now.
Were you up there for New Year's or were you back in Florida for New Year's?
I was here for New Year's. Yeah, we were in
Okay.
Florida. I was in bed by 10:15. It was great.
We celebrated East Coast New Year's in our house, and then we did not. We actually ended up making a last minute dinner reservation for 5:30. So we went out, had a little dinner at a restaurant near us, and then we're back and called my parents, my sister, her kids, and yeah, we didn't do anything. It's kind of sad.
And then otherwise, yeah, just kind of been hanging out. We got the Swedes in town, Ann and T.
Nice.
My wife's relatives are in town from Sweden this week, and going up to Georgia to play a little bit of golf the next couple of days, and then we got the Jags game on Sunday. And then Alex, my wife turns 40 tomorrow, January 7th.
Wow.
So
did you get all the black balloons?
Big day.
Are you
big day. We're gonna do I mean, shit. I might be in the probably be in the doghouse after I get back from my golf.
For leaving on her birthday tomorrow. Yeah.
No, but we're, you know, she's got some friends coming in this weekend, and we're gonna celebrate this weekend.
Okay. All right.
So I'm cooking dinner on Friday night.
How's she handling 40? If I know Alex, she's probably like, yeah, whatever. It's, you know,
it doesn't phase her whatsoever. Yeah. But she's a huge birthday person, just like you. Huge birthday person. Like she, you know, her parents owned restaurants when she was growing up, and she's always worked in hospitality. So the holidays are kind of lost on her just because it was always, you know, always meant working and entertaining and stuff. But birthday was always kind of something she looked forward to after that. So.
Your 40 is coming up in April, so I guess the countdown is on.
Masters Wednesday. Yeah. Par 3 contest, you know.
Oh my God. How fitting.
So what'd you get for Christmas other than like, were your rollerblades a self gift?
Or was that was a self gift. Yeah. I bought those, and then I also bought a balance board for myself. A Gibbon balance board. It's kind of like, it almost looks like a snowboard, and it's got like a slack line through the middle, with the thinking like you can just put it in the living room if you're watching TV, like instead of just sitting on the couch the whole time, you can get up and mess around on it. So those were two things I bought for myself. My wife actually did surprise me with a sweet present. She has used, ever since I've known her, she's been an Nespresso person. And it's always bothered me because of the single-use plastic little tabs that you put in it.
Yeah.
And I would always get on her like, there's got to be a better way where you're not just like using these plastic cups and then like throwing them away. And I had no idea she was going to do this, but she bought us a Ninja kind of barista coffee thing. So you can essentially, like an all-in-one, you can make any espresso drink. It you know, you pour the beans in and it'll grind the beans when you're ready to do your drink. But it can also make drip coffee, and it's got like a little milk frother attached to it. Our buddy Drew Pond was actually in town last week, who's the coffee guru, and I was like, Drew, you just shoot me straight. Like, what do you think of this thing? He's like, honestly, passes the eye test. He was drinking some. So it got his stamp of approval, which I was psyched about. So yeah, we're whipping up, you know, lattes, flat whites, cappuccinos.
We are too. Coffees. That's what I got Alex for her birthday. It was like awesome. a Breville one. Yeah.
So Kat was between the Ninja and the Breville, and her thinking was, I think the Breville is a little bit more for like the coffee aficionado, and she's like, no offense, but I think both of us
Yeah.
could use like the slightly dumbed down one. So that's why
Yeah.
she went with
Because I
the
looked at some of the
medium
other ones that were even more expensive, and I was like, man, if this thing breaks, like I'm gonna have to ship it back to
espresso.
freaking Italy. Like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
last thing we're gonna want to do.
yeah.
So
So it's been great. Yeah, that was a great one. And then my present to her, she essentially picked out these, what were they, shoes or something. Essentially, she just like sent me the link and I bought them on my like it wasn't a big surprise.
yeah,
But yeah, it was good.
I got
My
Neil
parents are coming out
a.
this weekend, so we
Oh,
have like
nice.
a
Okay.
little bit of delayed. We're gonna give them something, and I'm sure they'll have a little something for us too.
You should put your dad's AI song on a vinyl and give that to him in
Give them a
person.
record. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
I gave Neil a meat thermometer because he's trying to start cooking again,
That's
or
a good
not
one.
cooking again, just cooking generally. And then my favorite cookbooks too. And then I
Yeah,
like dog-eared all the pages for him, my favorite recipes. So
that's such a good practical gift. Yeah. I hope he takes advantage of it.
so Randy, I need to congratulate you on your fantasy football victory in our league. Your Balco in honor of Victor Conte.
Victor, it was a heartfelt year this year. Thank you, TC. I wanna just
I've never won the league, and I'm so jealous. And you hadn't either. And we've always been
Yeah,
kind of this
I know.
sect of the league. And now you got the monkey off your back, and I'm so jealous. We've been in this
We've
league
been
for what,
playing,
20 years, I think.
yeah,
This
like
was the 20th year.
2005 maybe.
Yeah.
And like you said, have never won the league, had some close calls, had some extremely shitty teams and things. And this is a league, I know nobody cares about people's fantasy leagues, but just bear with me on the kind of the insanity of this league. This was our dear friend the commish is the commish because he used to be the commish of this league. And we play rosters that have 2 quarterbacks, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, and then 3 additional wide receivers or running backs. So we're like mining the depths of rosters. It's an auction league with like some really intricate keeper rules. And yeah, I just had never won it. It's something that I've always wanted to win. THG has won it, which just kills me. And this was the year. My team name has been Balco for about the last 17 seasons. And this year, Vic Conti passed away in November, and I just couldn't help but think maybe that was a sign. And lo and behold, I ended the season with a flourish. I got top points in the league. I didn't get the 1 seed though, but then I just rolled in the playoffs, man. It was, I feel like there was nothing fluky about it. It felt good, TC. And then we finished that in week 17. I don't even know how we go about explaining the Oil Bowl, but I won the Oil Bowl last week, the week 18 Oil Bowl.
We only have it once every 3, 4, 5 years.
When the conditions are right, the powers that be create a week 18 match, usually between the champion and some other person in the league. This year we had somebody get Mike Tice out of the playoffs, which they were like a 4 seed, but there was a team that was like top 3 points that wasn't in the playoffs, and so then they took their spot. Anyway, a lot going on.
I let Nate Tice know. I was like, hey, I want your dad to know that that somebody got Ticed in our league, and here's the explanation. He's like, God, you guys are stupid.
So I played that person in the Oil Bowl, and I took home. I just feel like it was just a great fantasy football season for me, TC. And it honestly, it's something I've always wanted, and it just trying to enjoy it right now.
Yeah,
feels
I think
good.
You put up a double burger
There were some double burgers. I know. And then I got close even in the final. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. Shout out
and
Derrick
THG
Henry.
came in last place.
And THG was last. Commish was like helping manage his team this year. So the Commish is somewhat back in the league. It just felt like a lot of good things happening this year. And I can't help but think maybe Vic Conti was pulling some strings from up above.
Pouring some clear and the cream out.
Just
for you.
rubbing them on me. Yeah.
You've been watching, eating, drinking, listening to anything good lately?
Okay, I have a question for you on the watching front. Has the heated rivalry obsession reached your doorstep yet?
No.
Do you know what
Never
heated
heard of it.
rivalry is?
Maybe it has, and I'm just unaware. But
All right, ask Alex. It's a show on HBO about two gay hockey players and their romance with each other. And when I tell you my wife is obsessed with it, TC, like honestly, like no other show that I can think of in our 4 years of knowing each other. And I did not watch it. I've heard it's like very she was like the first 2 episodes, you're not sure if you were watching like smut. But I just heard Bill Simmons, his wife's like I think it's huge with the girls and the gays, quite honestly. It's huge. So maybe ask Alex, maybe tip her off on it. It might be up her alley. My wife absolutely loves it. That doesn't answer the question anything I'm watching. She would be upstairs watching that, so I needed a show I could watch on my own. I started Death by Lightning, which is a Netflix show about James Garfield and the guy that shot him, which has been pretty good. I've through like 3 episodes. But yeah, other than that, I feel like sports, I watched that Indiana Alabama college game, been watching our Red Hawks play basketball, been watching some NFL. How about yourself? Any new shows or
my wife's show is always Emily in Paris. She's been
okay.
watching that a lot. I don't really know what it's about, or I try to ignore it as much as possible. I've been catching up on American Experience, massive American
nice.
Experience, Nova, things of that nature. Frontline, I love
Frontline's the
huge
best.
PBS guy. Yeah.
I just watched an hour program on the coast of Mississippi last night on PBS.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was delightful.
And then otherwise, I fired up the Ken Burns American Revolution.
Oh, I want to get to that.
Neil was talking about that, so I was inspired. I'm two eps into that. I still haven't watched the Vietnam one yet either. Probably need to be in the right state of mind there.
It's heavy. It's exceptional, but yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever read Tim O'Brien, The Things We Carry?
No, I haven't.
About Tim O'Brien's in the Vietnam doc. So if you really do like it, maybe some book ideas if you want to keep going in that direction.
DJ recommended a book by Rick Rubin, The Creative Act. So I started that. Been working my way through that, and then otherwise, I keep making cabbage, Randy. I love cabbage. Just been making like this cabbage, this caper, like lemon cabbage recipe. I've been making nonstop.
Is this one you have DJ turned on to too?
Yeah, DJ said it's become a massive part of his entire identity. That's what he said the other day.
Is it an easy recipe or?
It's so easy. It's so easy. You cut the cabbage into little wedges. Get rid of some of the core stuff. Cut the cabbage into wedges that are maybe 1/16 of the cabbage. You spread them all out on a sheet pan over some olive oil, and then you make a little sauce that's got, or this like almost marinade that you pour all over it. Olive oil, capers, lemon juice, lemon zest. You can add some other stuff into it. It's a super simple recipe. You pour a bunch of garlic. You pour that over the top of it. You roast it for like 25 to 30 minutes, about 425. And then you take it out, you pour a little bit more over that, and it kind of caramelizes, and just it's delicious. It's so simple, brilliant.
I might have to give this a shot. Yeah, I saw DJ say it. I was like, whoa. Yeah. Didn't know a cabbage recipe could become part of one's identity.
It's great.
But you were saying you just love, capers are vastly underutilized food. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a tomato salad I make with capers, and like the actual brine out of the caper jar as well.
Okay.
Turn that into the kind of the marinade for that as well. Capers are great. They're such a powerful little flavor.
Yeah.
So
I've been I've made it 2 times now. I mean, super simple, like quick dinner, kind of a chicken and noodle dish. You get like ramen noodles, right? And the chicken, you just do a little marinade of, I use sriracha, honey, soy sauce, like chicken thighs I like to use.
Oh, I
And
love
you
thighs. I
grill
don't think
those up.
anybody should use breasts for anything. Chicken
Yeah,
thighs
I'm
are
I'm
it.
with you. We
Yeah.
have turned to a thigh household, for like
Thighs with
tacos too.
boneless thighs with skin on them. That's my shit.
Yeah. Anyway, pan pan cook these chicken thighs, and then take them off. Just add a little soy sauce, water, butter to the skillet. Put the noodles in there, have them soak up some flavor, and then finish with like a little green onion. Like, so simple, but just like a tasty little, kind of Asian chicken noodle dish. Can make it in like 20 minutes. I've
Love that.
done that in a pinch a couple times here in the last couple weeks. So that's
There's a
that's my
there's a
only
really
cooking.
good Dan noodle salad one that actually DJ texted about earlier. I've been making that one too because my kids love like ramen noodles.
Yeah,
They're like me. They're obsessed with ramen noodles. So
they are delicious.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Um,
yeah. And then actually, Randy, a friend of ours had like a ton of stone crab. His buddy
mm,
just has, and there's these things called floaters that they're like they'll float to the top and they can't legally sell them because they're not full. Like there's either a crack on the shell or whatever. So I bought like two either 5 or 10 pound bags of stone crab from him. We just went like my hands were bleeding. Like they're still recovering. So
you avoided the gout though, right?
yeah, for now. Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
All right.
So
Hey, one thing,
yeah.
we always say listening, and I feel
Yeah.
like we never I do have 2 new bands that I have found randomly
Okay.
and I've been listening to. So let me shout out, one is a Columbus, Ohio band, which I did not know before I started listening to them. They're called Saint Seneca,
Okay.
and kind of like emo. Honestly, TC, if you were to throw on their latest album, I think it would transport you back to Disorder in college, and like just some of the stuff that we were into and listening around then. Like it kind of takes me
Some
back about
Walkerville
20
River.
years. That's exactly right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly right. And then the other one is Susto, Susto, which
Okay.
I have just kind of started listening to, but nice sounds. I feel like I struggle sometimes to find like truly new music.
Oh,
But
massive issue for me too.
I mean, shout out Spotify. For whatever reason, these two popped up in my algorithm, and I've been enjoying them. So
Love that.
yeah,
What else we got? Let's do some NFL.
okay.
Where are we at in the knowers standings?
There's a really good race that's gonna be on us for junior ball knower designation between you and your brother.
Yikes.
Yeah. Poosh and I have kind of lifted and separated. I think let me look up the actual points, but
Your Bengals really fucked me, man.
yeah, they did. They did. And the Ravens did as well.
Yeah, Diet Ball needs to go. It's time.
So through the regular season and then plus getting 2 points for making the playoffs, I'm at 87 points. Poosh is at 78 points. You have 69 and a half. And your brother Neil has 65 and a half. Now, I will say Neil has 2 playoff teams, the Steelers and the Patriots. You have the Jags, the Packers, and the Panthers. So,
Honestly,
if the Patriots make a run,
yeah, Jags Patriots game maybe really like
that could be,
if that happens.
yeah.
I've got a confession to make. We went to the game on Sunday, got home, and Alex was like, "Hey, we should book flights to Denver for 2 weeks from now for a potential AFC Championship game." So coming in Saturday, leaving Monday.
Did you do it?
Hell yeah, yeah.
Oh,
it was
nice.
like flights were crazy cheap
Yeah.
with points on United because I don't think they've factored it in yet. So
How does that if okay, say the Jags win, obviously, but
Yeah.
then if the Texans beat the Steelers, would you flip? And then doesn't the
Well,
1 seed essentially get the worst remaining seed no matter what? Is that
yes.
how the
Yeah. Well,
NFL
yeah,
works?
yeah. So
Okay.
this would be for 2 weeks from now, not this coming, or not
So this would
not
be
the one.
AFC Championship?
This will be AFC Championship.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, alright.
Or 3 weeks from, I guess, 3 weeks from from this past Sunday, like,
Okay,
20 days from now or whatever. Yeah. So this
okay.
would be, if
If they make a
it's the
run.
Broncos, yeah, which that would, like, that would be the only, I guess, the Broncos or the Patriots would be the two teams that we would travel to
Yeah.
their city for.
And you could theoretically travel next week to either, depending on how the
Correct.
Texans steal. Yeah.
Well, no, we would just
No.
we would only travel to
If you win, you're guaranteed to play the well,
Patriots.
unless the Patriots lose, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, if the
Okay.
Patriots lost to, yeah, exactly.
I'm confused. Yeah. Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. Well, let me flip the question around then on you, and you tell me what I mean. I feel like the AFC. I was going here. I'm like, there's there's both no team that I like really trust, but like also there's no team where I'm like, God, I could see them winning a couple games. Like I feel
Yeah.
like it is wide open.
I think the AFC is wide open. Like, Jags Bills will be fascinating. Like, I don't know. Like, Josh Allen obviously scares you, but nobody else on that
Yeah,
team does. But
I know.
between, I guess James Cook, but between the defense and the offense, and I'd put our coaching staff well ahead of theirs. They hunted Neil's ass up this season. Steelers, Texans. I think the Texans are good. Like, D'Amico Ryans has done an awesome job, but I think we've, like, even the game we lost to them this year, I don't, like, the Patriots legitimately scare me. That running attack is something. The offensive line
Yeah.
is super well coached. They got weapons on the outside. Like, that's a good team, good defense.
The
Vrabel's a-
Broncos though are like I
no,
mean
yeah, I'm not.
the
Like,
off
I would
like
rather play the
Knicks just
Broncos than the
doesn't scare
Patriots
me.
next week.
I
That would.
think I would too. I feel like the Patriots are maybe like you said the scariest team just in all three phases, but
Yeah.
the Jags could absolutely win. I mean, there's a universe the Jags are going to the Super Bowl. Like I'm not counting anything out. And
Yeah.
also there's a universe where Josh Allen is Josh Allen next week and they clip him. It's like I
Yeah.
really don't know what to expect.
I think Jordan Lewis going down, that hurt too, for the Jags, one of their corners. I mean, yeah, just like what they're doing though. I mean, Trevor, Neil's all over me, like, oh, like, you keep flip flopping on Trevor. I really haven't flip flopped. I've been, like, down on him the whole season. We did say at the beginning of the year that, it would take 10, 11, 12 games for him to learn this offense. I think that's proven true, and he's
Yeah.
learned. He looks better than
He looks
Jacoby
way
Myers.
better.
Has been
I mean, the last
awesome.
several weeks he looks way,
Yeah.
way, way better.
I was a little worried in the second half this week where they just left the starters in for so long to get Trevor
Yeah.
that 4,000 yards. But trust Liam. And then, yeah, I think on the NFC side, man, like, you know, the Panthers are like one of the worst playoff teams of the last 10 years. It's like when the NFC West was awful a few years back, and
Yeah.
but like, their point differential is crazy. Seahawks look formidable right now. Like, that's, but I think probably comes down to whether you trust Darnold.
Right. They seem so I don't know. My perception is they're playing this just let's let our defense win the game, try to have Darnold do just as much as that's needed, I guess. I don't if he's got to go out and score 30 plus points in a playoff game, I do not love it. But the defense does look good. The Rams are the Rams, like they're scary to me.
Yeah. I think the Rams
coming
are
around on the Bears a little bit. Like I just feel like they have momentum. I'm fast. That Bears Packers game is fascinating to me.
I think if LaFleur doesn't win that game, they need to move on from him. Like, it's time.
Even with all the injuries.
And then, like, we were asking Sensei Bob, is there a QB controversy?
Yeah,
up
he
there.
squashed that. He said no. No, Malik's a very good QB too. What do you think Niners Eagles? I feel like that's
I think, yeah, Niners need a
not the
little
matchup
rest.
they wanted to have to go east to Philadelphia,
They
but
were, Niners were, I think they were exhausted after the 2 short weeks, out of gas. They had one guy starting on defense that was like had no business starting. So, um, I think, yeah, just not a great performance offensively or defensively. They didn't have anybody that could stretch the field in that game. But I mean, Brock's game against the Bears was just unbelievable. It was just a
yeah.
thing of beauty, like the play calling in that first half. I think, saw our guy Ben Solak, ESPN. I say that tongue in cheek. He said the Eagles are the first team since 1987, the Patriots that year, to win multiple games in a season in which they didn't complete a second half pass. Jalen Hurts is the first QB since 1978 to go 0 for 7 or worse in multiple games in a season. I'm assuming that's in a half.
That's so
So
damning.
yeah, yeah. I mean, my guy Sirianni, my birds, they were acting like they were back
Oh.
after it was, yeah, just it was a little unbecoming.
But they're in that position where I've run through who I like out of the NFC, and like they definitely can get to the Super Bowl. And I could also see them losing this week to Shanahan and the Niners.
Yeah. I think the
Like
offensive line's a mess.
I just don't. I don't know. There's not like because I don't trust Seattle's offense. Like there's just not a dominant team. Even as good as the Rams are, like you can score points on the Rams. We've seen teams put
Yeah.
up points on them. You know.
I think the Rams, once, like with Devontae Adams coming back, they've been resting him the last couple weeks. I think with him coming back, like that's who my money's on to win it all,
Yeah.
personally. So yeah, it's in just teams lately. Teams have
Monday
been
night
it's
or
been
Sunday night
everything.
was
It's team
teams decided that
sweepstakes.
Pittsburgh Baltimore game. God, that was a wild game.
Yeah, Neil kind of getting bailed out by Diet Baugh,
Yeah.
Art Smith, and
Are they
A-Raj.
gonna fire Harbaugh?
I think they need to. I mean, it's
Wouldn't they have
just
done it by now though if
stale.
they were going to?
No, I feel like some of those teams. Remember, like I don't know, I can't remember the last time this has happened, but like where they do some exit interviews, they wait a few days, they have some meetings, and then they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the Patriots did that with Belichick.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. It's like, because I think there's definitely going to be some, like, it's not a great cycle, right? There's a lot of either
Yeah, it
retread
doesn't seem like there's a
candidates.
can't miss candidate
Yeah.
this go around.
I mean, going through the current openings, um you've got Atlanta, Cleveland, Vegas, Tennessee, New York Giants, Arizona as of
Yeah.
now. And then you got Flus. Flus got chopped off this morning down in Dallas.
Hate that.
So he's
Hate
a
that.
free man. But I mean, Atlanta, hopefully Matthew Ice taking over there. I think this is like the 4th or 5th time that they've shoved Rich McKay aside from, being atop the pyramid of just Arthur Blank Sports and Entertainment. Blank's hired 2 search firms,
That's
2 different
insane.
sets of consultants to handle these
The
separate,
separate, yeah.
concurrent coaching and GM.
Two
That's
tracks.
insane.
Yeah.
And he's got his doofus, what looks like his doofus son. I think he's grooming him to
Okay, let
take
me ask you
over.
this.
It's awful.
In my opinion, I think the 2 most attractive openings would be Atlanta, because I think there's real talent up and down that roster.
Yeah.
Might depend what you feel about Penix and how ready Penix will be.
I
But
also feel like
then
the offensive line is maybe a ticking time bomb. Like I've never thought Jake Matthews was always cracked up to be. I know they hit on James Pierce, but they also don't hold their first rounder this year
Right.
now. That was always, we had a bunch of Falcons fans reaching out. Oh, you need to apologize for your Falcons takes. I'm like, no, like I didn't have a problem with the player as much as like, why didn't they just draft him with their existing first round pick?
Right.
And then, and then keep that, because then they miss the playoffs and they're sending like a top, and then they win the game against the Saints, and so then they, now they have a third place schedule instead of a fourth place schedule next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, I guess where I was going with that question, Falcons or Las Vegas, where it's kind of a full rebuild, but you have the number one pick, and I guess are those the two most intriguing? Do the Giants rise there with Jackson Dart and some
Yeah,
of their
such an oddly constructed. I mean, I would think that one would
they
be.
have talent on defense. They you have Malik Neighbors. I don't know.
Yeah, I know they've got. I don't know, the GM staying in place though. They got totally
Unbelievably,
vilified
yeah.
by the guy in the Dan Duggan in the Athletic. Just let him have it. The Mara family, it was incredible,
Yeah.
incredible column today. I mean, a lot of people are saying potentially the Titans. Just
If you
with
like Cam Ward and
if you like Cam Ward, I guess. And then you got a building block on the other side with Jeffrey Simmons, who being at the game on Sunday, like what an absolute lunatic he is.
he
I mean,
is a
just
lunatic.
he's so good too, but he's just like I think he's the second best defensive player in the league behind Myles Garrett, but he just never shuts up. Like it's unbelievable. It's crazy how trash of an organization the Titans are.
Simmons might keep it too real. I guess this all depends too on like what you feel about Mendoza or Dante Moore, the two college quarterbacks people think are going to be 1-2.
I don't know what to think on Mendoza.
I don't either, man. He looks good, right? Like you watch him in that Indiana system, and he's on time and he's accurate and he's such a goofball though. I think that's like, how is he going to lead a team? I just don't know if I see it, TC.
Also, we've had a bunch of angry Bears fans reaching out about some of your Caleb takes that I co-signed as well. And he misses so many
I was
open.
going to say, are we
easy
ready to
throws.
fly the banner on Caleb?
No.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
Yeah. No, we're not even close to that.
I think next year is going to
Raiders-
be next year. Well, on the Bears, next year is going to be the proof is in the pudding, right? They were playing a last place schedule this year. Ben Johnson, everything's good year one. How do they follow it up next year? I think is going to tell us a lot.
The Poles assassin didn't really get the job done on defense.
No, I mean Caleb's a 58% passer. Like, come on,
58%. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing?
Listen, the Raiders. Yeah, I don't know what your guy Peter Carroll was trying to do there. He's trying to microwave the damn thing.
I hate that this is probably going to be it for Peter Carroll. What I feel like
this is it for Peter Carroll.
Yeah, it just cheapens his whole legacy a bit for me. I hate that he went out this way.
Yeah,
he's a better guy than that. He deserved more.
Yeah, weird deal out there. Brady, and it got Spytek's, letter or statements after the fact, just totally throwing Peter Carroll under the bus.
I know.
Pew Pew boy, shots, explosives. He got chipped off.
I mean, we all thought he wasn't long for that job after that introductory video. But then I kind of was coming around on him. I kind of liked him. I thought he was good, doing some good things.
And he hit the guy this year.
Yeah, I feel like
I think that's a really good roster. Like, it's a better roster than what they've gotten out of it, though, on both sides of the ball.
I think Kyler's got to own some of this. Like, the wrong dude to hitch your wagon to. Like, he's just not a
Kyler and Tua both.
Just not a franchise quarterback. Yeah.
But then, I think the thing that's taking that job down a little bit is you're just in like the division from hell.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah.
And then you got the Browns, which, I think
the Browns are, I don't know.
Kind of surprised they didn't let Stefanski just coach through next year. It kind of seems like what Miami might be doing with, I still like Mike McDaniel, but the Browns just letting Stefanski go through next year, and then they can basically clear their cap for the most part.
Yeah,
Sean Watson deal.
I know.
Feels like that's what Miami's
Unless
kinda gonna do with Tua.
unless Cleveland really has somebody in mind that they just need to go get this
Yeah.
cycle. I know Stefanski is well thought of, and I know he did have a
He's
couple good
never done it for
seasons,
me.
but he's never done it for me. I know. I just I mean, I think Jim Schwartz deserves a look maybe. Like, it's always been
Yeah,
that Browns
exactly.
defense, and then when they had Joe Thomas and they were really running the ball, but
Like,
I
hire a
just
Udinski, like an up and coming coordinator to pair with Schwartz to train him for
yeah,
a couple of years. Yeah. I mean, what's up with your Bengals? Those
we're running it back, TC.
Yeah. Get
We got the
get Al Golden
statement
some
from Mike
groceries.
Brown. Yeah,
Paul Denner in the Athletic was riding for the decision too.
which he's not a I don't think he's necessarily a Bengals cheerleader. Okay, it's interesting. I can see it both ways. If you were going to make a move, I think it had to have started with Tobin.
Yeah.
His free agency is drafting the last few years. Although now the 2023 draft does look a lot better. But I I could have seen sending Tobin out and then really just sending Taylor out by extension, letting whoever comes in kind of pick their guy and almost starting from scratch. But they are in the unique spot where like truly every key piece on offense is signed. So
Except
you
for
like
what, like
really,
one guard, I think is the only thing at the
yeah,
yeah.
you like really don't have to worry about that side of the football. Your whole goal
Ah,
is to
I
just
guess
get
the
better on
only
defense.
the only hesitation I have there is I know that like the offense is good from a statistical point of view, and Burrow's obviously the man. Any concerns with the running game? Where if it just feels like kind of a light body, like not
Yeah,
control the game kind of running game with Chase Brown and all of that. But I guess you can address that, mid draft too.
yeah,
It just feels like they're not controlling the line of the scrimmage. Like it feels like they ran the ball more effectively in the second half of the year,
for
at
sure.
least.
And I think that is like part and parcel with this offensive line really seemed to gel throughout this year. Like I
Yeah.
think they have two tackles now they can count on. They have a center under contract, and they have rookie left guard that's under contract. The Dalton Risner is the free agent, whether they bring him back or not. They're never going to be a run heavy team with Burrow. I really like Samaje Perine as a fit
Yeah.
as kind of that
I like
third
him more
down.
than Chase Brown, honestly.
But Chase, Chase was like 1,000 yards,
Yeah.
almost 500 yards receiving, 11 touchdowns. Like he came on, but yeah, when it's like third and you gotta get 2.5, they always do make me a little nervous because they're probably going to be out of shotgun, and it's like they're a little
Yeah.
bit finesse in that area. I think
Yeah.
that's valid. I think they were toying with some more two back sets with Pirine and Chase Brown on the field at the same time, which I thought was interesting. Kind of having an option of like Pirine up the middle or Chase Brown out in space. So I don't know. I mean, obviously this all like hinges on you just got to keep Burrow healthy. But I feel like if you can keep him healthy, I'm not worried really about the offense as far as like being playoff caliber.
You got some talent at corner. I feel like they
DJ
need
Turner came on this
yeah.
year at corner. I think Miles Murphy started to flash a little bit as like hey, he could be opposite. They're not going to have
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson, but he's a good like second defensive end. The
'Cause that was
linebackers,
that was the other thing in the Denner piece was just like it seemed like there was a disconnect or miscommunication between what Golden needed from a scheme perspective and
yeah,
what they gave him.
yeah. I mean,
And yeah.
as they talked about all year, like if you really want to win football games, you don't start two rookie linebackers.
Yeah.
And like Hendrickson was hurt. Like Hendrickson
Well,
was a
Hendrickson's a
wasted year.
malcontent.
He's could be a malcontent. Could have quit. The
Yeah, he
safety play,
should.
Geno Stone was terrible. So they gotta upgrade
I
at
feel like
at
they
one of the
just
safety
gotta
spots.
like I think the most obvious thing to do is just, and I know it's not positional value, but like where are they picking? They like 11th or 12th,
They came in right at 10.
10,
Yeah.
right in that Caleb Downs area.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
killer. I feel like that's what they haven't had in a while is a
I
killer
know.
at safety since Bates left. But then again, like, you know, you also need defensive tackle. You need the end. You need,
Yeah.
and they got
The good
plenty
news
of
is they
room
have
for
money to spend.
cap. Will they
Yeah.
spend it?
Yeah. They probably won't max out their cap, but they will bring in guys. Like they just need, even if they're not stars, they just need like 5, 6 solid pros. I think would go a long way. And then whoever they draft at 10, like it's got to be a defensive player. You hope that Shamar Stewart kind of makes some type of leap. Like I said, Murphy kind of came on. DJ Turner's a very good cornerback. I don't know if Jordan Battle might look better in his safety spot next to like a better safety and like with better linebackers. Um, but I guess where I'm going with all that is like maybe of all the teams in the league, like the offseason agenda could not be clear. You just have to fix the defense.
Yeah.
And I will say, like, I think I've said all along, the minute Joe Burrow's like, Zach Taylor ain't it, like this coaching staff ain't it, like go ahead and make the change. But like he went out of his way to say that it's not the coaching.
But that's where I just don't understand how Duke Tobin gets a pass.
Nobody does. I mean, he's just like Mike Brown considers him family. Like I think that's it. I think that's it.
It's like Rich McKay.
Yeah. Like I
Uh,
think it's that simple. So
yeah.
I don't know. Like, of course, all the Bengals fans are pissed. But Paul Dehner Jr., his point was like, the mission is clear this offseason, couldn't be more clear. And the offense, you have some good things going with the offense. Do you want to blow that all up and start over? It's just like consistency or giving these guys another shot. So we'll see, TC. I think this might be like, I think we may have hit rock bottom with the Bengals. I would be shocked if we're here next year talking
Yeah.
about the Bengals missing the
It's
playoffs.
gonna
I
be
think then
bleak
you're
if
going
we're
to
here
see
next
heads
year.
roll. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, continuing on sports wise. Anything else on the NFL front?
No, I'm just looking forward to the playoffs. It's a
Yeah.
fun next 2 weeks are like my favorite NFL weekends when it's
Yeah.
like full
I
slate
I much prefer the first 2 weekends versus championship and
championship
Super
Sunday. I
Bowl.
know.
Yeah.
I like having games on Saturday.
Yeah. The Buck Tech loss was
Love it.
awesome. It made me so
Best.
happy.
Yeah.
I will say that Arvell Reese, like, sign me up for him. He's a fucking stud. He's a
Yeah.
dude.
I think sounds like he's going to be like the first defensive player off the
Yeah.
board come April.
Yeah. The Ole Miss game was awesome. Loved watching that.
Yeah.
That was that was just, God, that was delightful.
Did you watch much of the Indiana Alabama game?
I did. Wolfie was apoplectic about
Yeah.
Bono or Kalen.
I mean, let's be very clear. Indiana
Signetti's just,
kicked their ass.
yeah.
Like
Signetti's
in
just
the
a dude.
trenches. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
You're a proud Indiana alum.
that's never been more proud of my Hoosier football. It's incredible. Like Alabama, you're not as good as like there was nothing fluky about that. Indiana is by far the better football team. It's
That
crazy.
little clip of Signetti like pointing and winking at Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorite things I've seen all year.
I was
Just
reading
a complete menace.
I didn't realize Signetti's like kind of his whole deal is efficiency. Like they only practice 90
Yeah.
minutes. His whole thing is like, I'm not going to waste anybody's time. We're going to get our work done and we're going to get out.
Yeah.
That's very refreshing.
Direct and honest and candid.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. And then, I mean, I'm kind of shocked that Charlie Weiss 2.0 didn't just stay at Ole Miss. And
Yeah.
instead of and call the plays at Ole Miss instead of following Lane, where he's not calling the plays at LSU.
He must think roster wise, he's got a better
Yeah.
chance going forward at LSU, I would think. Hey, one thing with Cignetti, sorry, before I forgot. Is there a world where an NFL team is interested in Cignetti, do you think? Or is he like too old and it's, we haven't seen college coaches really make a
Yeah.
dent in the NFL.
I mean, I know Marcus Freeman was getting looked at, but yeah. Or maybe he's too, yeah. Like it's almost like that level of gruff, candid directness is
I
good,
know.
you know?
Yeah. I could see it.
Um,
Yeah. I'm just, it's curious that I guess there aren't more like, hey, what about Cignetti for an
yeah.
NFL team? But
Good point.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what about Coach Rush Probst for an NFL team?
I mean, sign me the Coach Russ Probst to Cleveland. That'd be
There's all
my
sorts of
dream.
rumors. He's so that Josh Niblett guy, that freaking lunatic up at Gainesville, the Red Elephants. They're he's going to be the tight ends coach for Coach Prime out of Colorado. So he resigned. There's a bunch of smoke that Coach Rush Probst is going up to
I heard that.
Gainesville or the Camden County down here in southeast Georgia. I think they're gonna hire the guy that like left for Clemson to go up there to come back down and coach. But if not, that could be another fertile landing spot for CRP, the great man. So
Well, something for us to monitor for sure.
yeah. Did you see the Philadelphia Flyers broadcaster?
I did not. No.
He got. I would highly recommend you seek it out. He got for two. I think it was just a 2-game suspension. This is per TMZ Sports. But he sent it to commercial during it was like late in the third period of a 5-3 game. This was a few weeks ago, and he said, I think somebody went down to the floor, and he said, "While you're down there, would you mind blowing me?" And he thought they were in commercial, but they weren't. And so somebody said, "I think we're still in the air, Tim." And then he laughed, and then he realized that the person wasn't joking. He said, "No, we're not, are we?"
That's tough.
So
I did click through the link that you sent here, and they of course reference our guy Tom Brenneman and his on air.
Tom Brennan, he was doing one of the bowl games on the CW.
The Snoop Dogg Bowl that Miami was in. I was second year in a row. Turn on the TV, I'm like, oh shit, there's Tom Brenneman. What a world.
Your guy. Speaking of the Redhawks basketball.
TC, we are 15-0. We just beat Akron, preseason MAC favorites last weekend in Oxford. It was a hell of a basketball game, back and forth. The Redhawks prevailed by 3 points. Wow. They have the Western Michigan Broncos tonight in Oxford, and it's a fun season.
And they're ranked. They cracked the top 25.
They didn't end up actually cracking 25. I got some bad information. They are, I think, 28th. They're still receiving votes, but they're like top 10 in the country in shooting percentage, 3-point field goal percentage. They play this like open style. All 5 guys can shoot it. It's an appealing brand of basketball, and they've won 23 straight games at Millett Hall, dating back to the beginning of last year. Travis Steele's he's certifiably changed the culture. It's a group that they lost 3 guys to the portal last year. They brought 1 in, but by and large, it's a pretty similar group to last year's team that went 25-9. It's just fun right now, man. Like, honestly, I never thought I'd see a Miami basketball team this good again. If they do get ranked, it'll be the first time since Zerbiak was in school in the late 90s.
Trap Draw alum.
That's right. They haven't made the tournament since 2007, so we're hoping to break that streak. But yeah, I'll keep you updated, TC. It's fun though. Good stuff happening in Oxford.
And it's even better because Travis Steele got fired from THG's Xavier University.
Yeah.
So
by like net rankings, which is the new kind of metric that they use for the tournament, Miami is ahead of Xavier, UC, Dayton right now for like for the first time in forever. So
Hell yeah.
good stuff.
Love that. Not good stuff. Although they're denying that they're interested. Trae Young is on the market.
Yeah,
Which
I know. I told you, I'm scared to death Sacramento's going to trade for him, but they are saying they're not interested. We'll see. What, as the foremost Trae Young lover, what are your thoughts?
I've hated Trae Young since he was at Oklahoma, and I like the fact that they traded Luka Doncic for Trae Young back. That was the day that the Hawks died to me, and I haven't watched a game or rooted for him since. And yeah, like there was an anonymous quote from either another executive. I think it was an executive from another Eastern Conference team, and was like this guy's trade value is nil. Like nobody wants to play with him. Everybody on the team hates him. The coaching staff hates him. Like he's just insufferable, like style of basketball. And it sounds like he's just not a good guy to begin with.
Yeah. Oh, TC Harbaugh out as Ravens head coach.
Oh, there we go. Diet
Right
ball.
there.
We were vindicated.
Yeah.
We were so early on that thing, like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
That Sunday night game felt like a loser leave town.
Wow.
Yeah, the Trae Young stuff. I don't know, man. This is where I'm like, every once in a while there'll be players that I know like the stats look good, but I feel like for the last 4 years it's been apparent like you're not going to really win anything ever with Trae Young. Like he can't be your best player, and I don't think he can be your second best player. Like I don't any team serious about winning. I'm not sure Trae Young
when he got
fits
hurt
on the roster.
And the Hawks played great when he was out. So
yeah, so we'll see where he ends up. I hope it's not Sacramento. They're a dumpster fire as is. We don't need Trae Young coming in.
What else? We got some monitoring stuff. Lead story is the lobster theft up in Taunton, Massachusetts. A lot of people sent this over. Got a lot of DMs on Instagram about it. Which listen, it's good. It's a oysters, crab, a $400,000 cache of oysters, crab, and lobster meat. This is
what a haul
for the AP was stolen. This is in Casco Bay. The first seafood vanished on November 22nd in Falmouth, where authorities suspect someone stole 14 cages full of oysters. Most of them were full grown and ready for sale. Cages were worth $20,000. And then there was 2 other thefts in Taunton, about 160 miles away. First, a load of crab disappeared, leaving the Lineage Logistics warehouse. I believe that's the same Lineage. That's the same one that sponsors various pro golfers on December 2nd. And then on December 12th, lobster meat destined for Costco stores in Illinois and Minnesota was stolen by a fraudulent trucking company, according to the broker who arranged the pickup. That's like the thing that happens in that Travelers commercial.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the FBI is on the case. But yeah, it sounds like kind of a very sophisticated crime. So
TC, if I didn't know any better, I don't. You might have to get your alibis in order. We know you love seafood. I
do love seafood.
Used to live up in Mass. Probably have a crew up there.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I could steal seafood down here though, Randy.
That's true. I thought you were going to say lead story. Our guy Herb getting appointed to board of trustees at New College down in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, progressive liberal arts school. Can't imagine a better fit than Herb.
Well, not anymore. Not with I feel like Ron dismantled that.
Yeah, that's great. Herb's got a great track record down here.
Yeah,
working
perfect.
for state schools in Florida. What else we got? We got some air travel stuff. The Wall Street Journal did a big feature story on what I like to call the miracle flight. The people that get wheeled onto the plane and then they miraculously get up and walk off under their own power. On the other side. You see this a lot going from New York to Florida routes, or Northeast down here to Florida. Just healing. You'll have 20 to 25 people getting on, and only
this feels like the type of righteous story that like we could really sink our teeth in on the trap draw this year. Just digging deep on the problem of people abusing the early boarding via wheelchair.
Yeah, although there was a video the other day came out. It was a United Global Services guy who was he lost his mind at this family traveling with children. Like they call all these things at the same time. The family traveling with children got in line in front of him, and he just lost his mind. It's like right. It was like Christmas Eve too. So, somewhat related, Randy. There was a piece in the Daily Mail about this. It was an exclusive about this British family that's accused of wheeling their dead grandmother onto an EasyJet flight from Spain after telling
Whoa.
the cabin crew that she was tired.
Like a Weekend at Bernie style?
Yeah, 89-year-old, like R.I.P.
Would you
But
like did she die in vacation? Oh, God, that raises so many questions.
just before they took off, the cabin crew was alerted that the woman had passed away. They
Whoa.
turned around. So
Crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Huh. Okay. We
Nuts.
might have to
Yeah,
dig more into that. Yeah, we might have to follow up on this story.
yeah. And then I'm sure you saw it today. Cody sent it over. This has been percolating for a few days. There was the in-flight meal kerfuffle in United.
Of course.
This guy, he's since shut off replies to his story. Heyman Millenfar said, "Hey United, is this a joke? I just flew 5+ hours in first class, and this bowl of sadness is what you served me for dinner. Between the 3D printed mystery meat, the cafeteria cheese cubes, and the whole tomato that I need a chainsaw to cut. This is genuinely unbelievable."
The picture
Uh,
really does it justice. I'll say
it's like some of that
th
Campbell's soup,
yeah,
3D printed meat.
yeah. The cheese doesn't bother me. The tomato is too large for this salad.
I bet it's like frozen solid
Yeah,
too.
and the chicken or whatever this meat is, like, and they just spread it out. It's all kind of bunched together, these thin strips. It's a tough look. It's a tough look for our hitters at
Yeah, I
United.
know they've been trying to improve the catering, and they have. It's gotten better for the most part on United, but yeah, there's
Yeah,
still some work to be done there.
yeah,
Randy, I was a little pissed too. I tweeted it, loyal chapter listener Boot Boy 2.0,
of course.
about he's a fellow United, loyalist elite. He said that I was pretty unhappy. They've they've added a self check-in kiosk to the Premier Access line at Jack's, which the Premier Access line like doesn't have a whole lot of integrity to begin with. It gets jammed up by people who aren't Premier
Yeah.
Access, Premier 1K, or even Gold or Silver for that matter. And which is, it's fine. I don't make a stink about it or anything like that. I like to show up to the airport like an hour before my flight. That's one of the perks of like living in Jacksonville, right?
Sure.
And yeah, so I was directed when flying with the family. I was directed to there was nobody in line in either of the lines. So I just walked straight up to the counter. And the lady like turned me around and put me back to the kiosk. And I was like, even for 1Ks? She was like, yeah, even for 1Ks. And then
I
and then
hate
it
that.
like we were, flying with two kids, and for whatever, like my thing wouldn't let me. I think one of the bags was over 50 pounds. I was like, hey, well, one of the bags is over 50 pounds. I need, you to approve this, whatever. So I had to go back up to the counter anyway to do it. And she had to reprint one of the tags. And I'm like, it was just so I tagged them. They said we're looking into it. Da 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 da. There's just a couple bad. Like overall, they run a good operation in Jax.
Yeah.
It's not a hub. It's not a. But it kind of defeats the purpose. Like I'm not asking for a whole lot. I just don't want to like self tag my bags. I hate doing that.
I do too. I do too. I'm totally with you. I feel like the kiosk should be treated like self checkout at grocery stores. It's there should you so choose. But
Or
I
if yeah,
do
if things are
like,
backed up,
yeah,
it's another on ramp, right?
yeah. I seek it out in Denver. I try to go to the bag tag shortcut, right? If you check in through the app, then I can go straight to the counter and they'll print my bags, throw them on the bag, and that's
Well,
it.
that was
I
the other
don't.
thing, Randy. I had already checked in too.
So
So
it's like, yeah, what are we doing? Just print them out there, and I'm already
yeah.
at the scale. Yeah,
Then
it's
if I
it's
self
not
check them too, I
efficient.
don't get the little,
The the
I don't get the little
the
orange
orange,
tag either.
right?
Yeah.
Which they got to like pull it apart, stick it in
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah,
It's
it just
just,
seems like
I know Delta's not doing that. And it it feels like something American would do. So
now I'll tell you, the technology, were we in somewhere in Europe? It might be the rest of the world. It might have been Australia, New Zealand. Here in the States, when you print out the tag, you got to like peel off the sticker.
yeah,
In other parts of the world, there's nothing to peel off. It's just the two pieces stick to each other without having to peel anything. Which if I get into the details of why I don't like it, I don't want to peel the sticker off. And then you feel pressure trying to line it up exactly perfectly.
Yeah.
But I feel like they have the paper technology in other parts of the world where it just sticks to itself automatically. You don't have to peel anything.
Yeah. It's just, it's low rent, man. It's low rent. So
That's a good way to put it.
there was a big, I know there was an operational meltdown for Delta at Amsterdam as well the last few days. It's been a debacle there. So just rounding us out here. Eric Adams left office, unfortunately, on January 1st, flew immediately to Dubai.
Of course.
Which is disappointing that he didn't fly to Istanbul.
It is.
First.
Or at least go to Istanbul on your way to Dubai. Yeah.
And then he went, he did a few kind of cheesy, corny goodbye vignette reels, which were great. I loved them. Then he said, quote, he's going to be using cryptocurrency to go after violence, educate our children, and deal with anti-Semitism.
Perfect.
In his next act. So
3 things we can all get behind.
Yeah. I love him. I'm going to miss him so much.
I know.
He needs to be the ambassador of like Kimberly Guilfoyle. She's the ambassador to Greece.
Apparently she's living it up in Greece. Yeah. Was that in the Times or something?
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel like this is the last we've heard of Eric Adams, so I think we can take heart there.
Speaking of living it up, your guy Assad living large in Russia. New York Times had a big thing on that a few weeks ago.
I feel like we should send Urban to Russia and maybe appoint Assad to the board of trustees of New College in Florida. Let's do like a life swap.
Love that. We should send Herb down to Venezuela. Gonna be the interim
Let
coach
Herb
down there.
rebuild the program.
Yeah.
It is a good piece, though. This was the New York Times. There's
two. There's
long.
the Assad one, and there's the accompanying piece talking about all of his generals and how he kind of pulled the rug from his like personal assistant and secretary, just totally fucked him over, made the guy come to Russia and then like cut him off financially.
That's perfect. Yeah.
You sent something over about rampant ad fraud at Meta, your people.
Oh, yeah. This was a little bit ago, wasn't it? I don't think this is going to shock anybody, but apparently this was a Reuters article that I sent. Yeah. From December 15th. They did an investigation into Facebook as well as obviously Instagram, WhatsApp. And their conclusion is that Facebook, as like a general company policy, accepts high levels of fraudulent advertisements from China. And if they were to get rid of these or take actions to decrease the fraudulent advertisements, it would have an impact on their
fraudulent meaning like fraud schemes that people are clicking on, and it's like click here for your free home warranty kind of thing, and then you input your stuff and some gets.
So it's like the piece says like victims range from shoppers in Taiwan who purchase bogus health supplements to investors in the US and Canada who are swindled out of their savings, for clicking on these like advertisements that are promising something. It's like, no, it's fraud. Yeah. But it's a significant source of revenue for Meta, your boy Zuck.
Huh. A material source of revenue. I hate that.
Yeah. It earns about $7 billion a year from the portion of scam ads it considers, quote, high risk.
Huh. Yeah. Not good. Randy, I was pretty tickled by this. The Bank of America Outlook calendar invite snafu. Did you see this?
I bet. Was this the one where like it inadvertently went out to like every Bank of America employee and then people started replying all to the emails?
Yeah, this is the Wall Street intern, Insta thing, but I verified it with a buddy of mine that works for Bank of America. Breaking news: someone sent an Outlook calendar invite to everyone at B of A. Everyone keeps replying all to the email chain. Outlook keeps crashing. They're trying to take us down from within. Someone accidentally sent an out of office email to at least a significant portion of B of A, continuing widespread crashes of Outlook and an endless chain of reply all.
That's so
There's just
sick.
there's a bunch of funny, and actually the guy meeting request for Peter Aiello carry out of office, like, there's all these screenshots in there, like, what is wrong with you people, like in all caps. Just people saying, please stop replying all, like, and then some security guy, saying, anybody that replies all, like, this is going to be a security issue for you. Like, I'm going to,
So good.
bro, this shit is insane. I have 1,000 emails in my inbox. So,
Something like this tickles me.
my buddy said it happened a few years ago. It happens every couple of years. It's great.
I love it.
So,
I love it.
and then Randy, just a couple more things. Denmark is no longer delivering physical letters. Felt like kind of
Don't like
bummer.
that. Yeah.
And
Don't
then there was a rare bird spotted in Canada for the first time out in Vancouver. Yeah, we'll have to get Solly's take here. Some sort of bird. This is courtesy of the city, Vancouver City News Everywhere. Let's see here. I don't know what kind of bird it was though.
Come on, Solly.
It's like this. It's like this white and gray bird. It looks like. So it's like it's a taiga flycatcher. Normally exclusive to Asia. Spotted in Canada the first time. People are buzzing. So, and then lastly, Randy, just to give any updates on the ski patrol strike out in Telluride?
The latest I've heard is they are wanting to open a smaller portion of the mountain. And I don't know if this is with just like scab ski patrollers or it's an area of the mountain that doesn't really need ski. I've never been to Telluride, but as I'm typing this, I see a headline. Telluride opens while patrollers enter second week of strike. It looks like the mountain has opened less than 2% of its terrain using temporary patrollers. Just a lot of, this is a big thing out in Telluride. I know the town of Telluride kind of had this dispute with the owner of the mountain about a gondola, and like the maintenance and cost with that. The Telluride owner sounds like a real character, to put it one
maverick.
way. A maverick. Yeah. But yeah, this ski patrol strike, between that and like a lack of snow, it has gotten better in the last week out here. But just a tough start to the ski season out west. I'm actually not a bad year to not get a pass for your boy.
And you got your
really
rollerblades.
regretted it, and I got my blades now. So, yeah, I'll keep monitoring this. This certainly pops up in the Denver Post. So, no strike stoppage in sight right now.
Well, there you have it. That's all the news that's fit to
everything you need, nothing you don't. Is what I would say. Yeah. TC, have great travels. Happy 40th birthday to Alex. And I think my participation in the trap draws is kind of on a TBD basis here over the next few weeks. And then I might be on a bit of a hiatus, but I know we're in trusty hands with you. So I look forward to either participating or listening along here.
We'll try to get our contract dispute with THG worked out in due time.
That's right. All right. Well,
crack on.
Yep. Happy New Year. Feliz Navidad.